Yeah, so I'm now going to show you a little bit of how to connect everything and how to start the servo, start using the servo. And you see that everything is now connected. So this is the Arduino that is already connected to the computer. We have two servos. One is a continuous one and one is 180 degrees. An easy way to tell them is that you can just put an arm on and then try to rotate it with your hands. Don't do it too much, otherwise you might fry something inside. Just do it slowly. If you if you rotate it continuously, then this is a continuous rotating one. And the 180, you can only rotate to a certain limit, and then you cannot rotate it any further. So on the other direction, it's the same. So this is the 180 one, and this is the continuous rotating one. This is how we connect it. On the servo, you see three different colors. The brown one is the negative, the red one is a positive, and the orange one is the signal. You can already see that the positive and negative ones are connected through the connector blocks to the main cable, which goes to the power supply. The power supply goes in here, and then you can rotate. The servo will start rotating because there is already a program in there. Important thing is that you don't forget to connect the negative from the power supply to the ground in Arduino. There are two ground ports. You can see it over there. You can choose either one of them. Yeah, okay. So now let's look at the program. We have this Arduino IDE. You download it from the Arduino website. An easy way to get to a servo program is go to the file here, and then you go to example, and then under the example you have a servo, and you can choose the sweep, for example. And then this is I already opened this example sweep. This is a very simple few lines code. Here what it does is that you can see that it's now importing this servo library. It allows you to control the servo using any pins, any digital pins on the Arduino. You put a name of your servo. So this here, the name is just my servo. The initial position of the servo is 0, and then you have the setup part here, and then you attach the pins to the servo motor here. It attached the 9th pin. So and this is a 9th pin here that I attached to this servo only. So I'm going to show you one by one how the servo works. So this is the continuous servo that I'm now connected to number 1, to number 9. So then it has a sweep program. So this sweep program, you see that it goes, it's a for loop, goes from 0 to 180 degrees with 1 degree of incremental. And then it has a delay of 15 milliseconds. So 15 means milliseconds for every stop. And then until it reaches 180, it goes to the negative direction. So it goes from 180 to 1. And then it goes loop back, and then just going back and forth, back and forth. So you will see that it behaves differently with the same program on the two different servos. And later on, I will tell you why. So let's now take a look at this one. So I first upload it to the Arduino. Now it's done, and then connect the power, and you will see that this thing starts rotating. So you can tell that it's not rotating 180 degrees for every cycle. The reason is that the continuous rotating servo interpret this angle as speed. So 90 means that it's not moving, and 0 means that it's moving in one direction, and 180 means the other direction. And any angles in between only gives you basically a speed adjustment. So for example, 0 would be faster than 45, and 135 would be slower than 180. But if you go to the other servo, so if I use the same program, I just unconnect this pin and put this pin in. So this is the 180 degree servo, and you will see that this thing goes to step by step. But this also does not go to 180 hardly, because that the here that the attach pin. So what you can do is that put here under the attach 520. So this is the min and max level of this pulse width modulation. I'm not going to go to detail here, but you can Google it and you will find what does it do. So then you will see that it now goes more to 180 degrees. Yeah. Yeah. So now this goes to 0 and 180 degrees. So this is basically the two servos that we give you. They behave differently. Another important thing here, I forgot to tell you, is that the speed of the servo depending on the load. So now it has basically zero load, so it gives it can pretty easily go to the position it wants to go. But if I put my finger on top of it, it becomes slower. But for this 180-degree servo, because it still has a potentiometer inside, it still knows where it is, so it will try to go to that position if you give it enough time, so that if the delay is set long enough. But for this one continuous rotating servo, because it does not know what its position is, if you put too much load on it, it only slows it down, and it will never go to the same position as if it's not having load. So keep in mind of that, and good luck. Bye.